Hey everybody, Pastor Tim here, and I'm putting this short video together to talk to you about Lent and fasting. So we actually, as a church at Bethany Church, Kittery Point, are going to be fasting for Lent, which means from this past Wednesday up to Thursday, April 9th. That's when Lent is, so for that stretch of time, those number of weeks. So I sent out an article. I'll put a link down in the description section in this video. So if you look below the screen here, it'll say show more. Just click on that. You'll see a link put together by Ravi Zacharias International Ministries about the topic of fasting, and you can learn a little bit more about that. So I want to talk about a couple things just so this is on your radar. First off is that if you're going to be involved in any kind of fasting that involves not consuming particular types of food or for a certain amount of time, definitely check with your doctor, make sure that you're medically cleared for that. The second thing is this fasting season that we are kind of pulling together as a church to do this, a lot of people are saying, well, are we praying for a particular thing or particular things? So what I'm going to do is I want to lay out here some of the concepts, and then I will put a list together of topics to be praying for in relation to your own life, Bethany Church, Kittery Point, the community, things like that. So what you can do is expect to see that in an email coming out in the weekly email. If you're not on that weekly email, email me at tcarpenter@bethanychurch.com. We'll make sure to get you on the email list. All right, so a couple things. First, check with your doctor to make sure it's okay to fast. Second thing is that fasting does not have to be from a particular type of food or for a particular meal. It can be withdrawing from a particular activity. Maybe it's no television. Maybe it's no movies. Maybe it's another thing that you do on a regular basis that you can say no to for this stretch of time. I want to make a point here. It's really important that fasting in and of itself is not the quote unquote win. It's not the victory. It's what fasting kind of moves us toward, which the idea is that, let's say every day I was to fast from lunch. I was to eat breakfast, skip lunch, eat dinner. When lunchtime comes, when I would normally be eating and I start to feel hungry, that's a call to remember, okay, this is about something deeper. It's about a deeper connection to God and growth in my spiritual life. So now I'm going to go to prayer. I'm going to go to reading scripture, whatever it might be. There's a lot of options for you there. But what I want to say is that the win is not just like not doing or not eating something. It's that it should draw us in those moments when we would normally be doing it or normally eating to think about praying, to think about God, to grow closer to God. Now, in particular, because of how I'm thinking about this, I'll just share that my hope would be that whatever you're fasting from, it would draw you into a deeper place of prayer to God for particular things. And like I said, I'll send out an email with those particular topics. Some people, let's say they'll fast from coffee, and so they're not drinking coffee for all of Lent. Well, then every time you have a craving for coffee, you maybe have a little bit of a headache from that caffeine withdrawal, you can say, okay, this is going to be a call to pray for particular things. So again, check with your doctor, make sure you're clear on that front. You can fast from food, you can fast from a particular type of food, a particular drink, you can fast a particular meal, you can fast for a particular time of day. When you say fasting, a lot of people think don't eat, but I'm not obviously saying don't eat from last Wednesday up to April 9th. I'm not saying that at all, just so we're very clear. But the gift of fasting is that when it draws us into a place, what it should do, it should draw us to a place of saying, in particular, if we're saying no to food, to say my true source of sustenance and nourishment is from God. If I'm fasting from a particular activity, let's say it's entertainment, to say the true source of my joy and happiness is in God, not in those other external things. And so the idea is that as we kind of quote unquote starve a part of ourselves, we find that we're actually nourished by God himself. So I just want to put this video together again to lay out those foundations, to say check with your doctor to make sure you're cleared. Pick a thing or maybe a couple things from which you'll fast from this past Wednesday up to April 9th. And then I will be sending out on Monday a list of things that you could be praying for. I'll also put that list down below in the description section of this video, but I'll send it out in a way that you could copy and paste it really easily into it's like a Word document, print it out, put it on your phone, whatever it is, so you can be praying about different topics. I'm not going to list exact topics for exact days, but I'll give you a list of about 20 or 25 things, and then you can kind of be going through those as you're praying over this next stretch. If you have questions, feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section, or again, you can always email me, tcarpenter@bethanychurch.com. And so I'm actually in New York visiting my mom for a couple days, and I'll be back this Saturday night, and then I'll be over at our church services for everything on Sunday. So thanks for watching, and we will see you very soon. Take care.